All right, yo, it's Real 92.3, Bootleg Kev DJ Hed.
West Coast.
Our guys here, the legend Jadakiss.
Yes, sir.
Kiss.
What's good? What's good, bros?
Yo, you tired? You've been every fucking where, bro.
Everywhere.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
The album is finally out, man.
Yeah, that's more of a good thing and load off my back.
Is that what it feels like?
Yeah, this album was like nerve-wracking making, and it wasn't. You know, my albums usually I go to Miami, Cali, do a little bit in New York.
Right.
You know, make it an adventurous thing. This one was like some studio sessions was sad. Not that much, you know, no traveling. Just real cerebral. The whole making of it was like, you know.
And I remember when we talked to you in November, you were saying that obviously the album is named after your guy, but like you were doing records that he wanted you to make, like Hunting Season.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Was that the whole approach to this project?
Yeah. The whole thing was to name it after him and base it off things he would always be in my ear, on my back about, and people he always wanted me to work with. And as far as the production, real musical. This the only album I ever did post-production on. You know,
like bringing in some live instrumentation.
Yeah, live instrumentation.
Okay. Felt like felt cinematic.
Yeah, and just try to do everything he ever asked me, and just so I could just leave it right there. You know what I mean?
Did you never want to do post-production, or never like want to do?
I mean,
it was never a desire.
I was always like stubborn, I would say, because I loved it. I loved it. It was a little bit costly if you don't know you're gonna do it in the beginning and set it up like that. But for the most part, it was dope. You know what I mean? I think I'm gonna do it forever now.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I just try to do everything surrounded by him, like, you know what I mean? And I really just wanted to please his daughter, her mom, his younger son's mom. His son is obviously too young to listen or understand the music. He's a little baby, but
you'll hear it like one day though.
Yeah, he'll be able to hear it one day and know that, because his name is Ignatius also.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so
Junior.
He's on the cover, the little baby.
Oh, that's him.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was dope. They both called me crying, yo, we love it. We haven't stopped listening to it, and thanking me. And so that right there for me was
that's it.
Yeah, that was the piano off the back. I'm
like,
good now.
Fuck the numbers. Fuck
This
what
all
I'm
that
doing
shit.
this.
I'm gonna work it. I'm gonna work it to work it, and you know, make some money off it, and also try to give some of the proceeds to the kids as well. But for them to like it and embrace it and receive it and appreciate it was the job done for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%. I felt like some of the production on here, like like I was talking about, like it felt cinematic. Like the record with Chains, Angels Getting Pedicured.
Angels Getting Pedicured.
By the way, might be the flyest song name ever.
Right.
But like, what was, I guess, the inspiration behind like some of these song titles, and just it just felt like the music was so big, man. Like I almost was like, yo, this is the shit I've been wanting to hear Kiss on forever. It brought me back to you on the Maybach Music, the end of Maybach Music, where you come in, and I remember hearing you on that Raw shit. Like, man, let Kiss do a whole album of this shit.
Yeah,
and that's what it felt like.
Yeah,
you feel like you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly that pocket in that zone that I wanted to put that album in. Cause he was a little bit older than me. He was more grown. He was the button up with the Chucks and the slim fit jeans with the, you know what I mean, a nice watch on. He was one of them. He was with us, but he was also in the other. He was the one to go handle the business. So
right.
That's why I wanted to sound like that instead of opposed to, you know, super ratchet. But I think I stumbled on something, like you said. You know what I mean? Once I incorporate that with doing some other shit. It's gonna come out. It's gonna be dope.
For sure.
I had this part that I wanted to ask you about. You said on the song Catch and Release, you said something about feelings and you don't have them no more. Like, do you feel like that? Do you feel numb?
Garage shotgun. As far as feelings go, I ain't got
none. Yeah.
Hold that weed down if the cops come.
And then you also said, first talk about that. Do you feel like that? Do you feel like numb?
Nah. That's how I was feeling. I mean,
at the time
for the song. But yeah, I don't feel numb no more. I felt like that in the beginning, like when I was, I told you I was one of the last ones to find out. So
right.
Even making this project for part of it in the earlier stages, I felt, numb, but that went away.
When you said you were one of the last ones to find out about it, do you feel like that's like kind of insensitive of the media sometimes? Not in your situation, but I know when Kobe passed, like some family members found out via TMZ, like shit like that. Do you feel like that's like something that people should be a little bit more cautious about?
Definitely. With all these media outlets and the way the world is, everybody's rushing to be the first one to get the story.
Facts.
Sometimes the victim's family didn't even find out yet, and you rushing to air it. So you gotta be mindful and have a heart and just put yourself in that position, and think about the family sometimes, opposed to the traffic to your site or the views or the ratings or whatever you're going for. You know what I mean? It's a real life situation. It's a life's being lost there. It's bigger than, but unfortunately, that's the way the world works.
Obviously, Kobe passing. You're a big NBA guy. Where do you have Kobe ranked in your NBA pantheon? Where is he at, like in your top NBA players? There's a lot of people. There's those diehard Kobe fans. He's number one.
No.
Two.
But I put that conversation is like a rap conversation.
Oh, it's all for sure.
It's ongoing, but
there's errors.
You put them over there, but as far as Kobe, I put him after Mike.
So you put him above?
Mike.
Would you put him above LeBron?
I put him above LeBron.
Okay. So you got him in like that 2 spot.
Yeah, I got Mike, then I got Kobe. Then I'm gonna put Bron there.
Okay.
That's fair.
I'm fucking with that.
Yo,
yeah.
It's crazy. I remember when I was a kid having the AIs. You had the commercial with Iverson with the dribbling. It was one of the most iconic commercials ever. Somebody just kind of did something that was similar.
Yeah, Dame Lillard and Pusha.
Yep. But that was like a moment in culture. Talk about your relationship with AI and what that commercial shoot. Did you guys realize that you guys were kind of onto something when you were shooting that commercial?
Chuck, I gotta shout out Steve Stout. He was the vision behind the whole thing. He actually put us together. And ever since then, we've been super solid. That's like my brother. It is my brother. But yeah, and the track masters, shout out to the track masters, because they kind of coached us through making it and bringing a vision to life. But yeah, it was dope. That was one of the best moments of my career. Making that video, making them commercials with Chuck, because to see what they mean today makes it much more special than actually when we first did them. To see the kids' reactions and to hear how that was that bridged the gap of that whole thing. Even them type of, you see them often now, but that was the start of that.
100%.
I ain't gonna lie.
Responsible for them kind of spots now.
As a LA guy, I wish that would have been some Lakers shit back in the day.
Nah, AI had the culture.
You know what I'm saying?
AI had the culture, man.
I was a little jealous about that shit. You know what I'm saying?
What was that? Yeah, I guess you could add Kobe or Shaq. Had Eddie Jones in the fucking commercial.
Bro, Eddie Jones or somebody.
Van Axel, you feel me? Eldon Campbell. Anyway.
Could have did it.
Nah, yeah.
They might have had to do a couple. They might have had to do it collectively.
Wouldn't have been the same. On the album, you talking about you're a Kush connoisseur, which we all know. You've been around a lot of eras of weed. What was your favorite strain in the 90s, 2000s, and currently?
Well, it started off with chocolate. You know, it started off with chocolate, then it went to hydro, then the haze and sour came.
Yep.
And then the exotics came.
Now we're in the exotic era. So, like, what's your go-to?
Man, I love OG. Oh, I love OGs. You can't go wrong with a good OG. With a good OG, you could never go wrong. But I smoke some hybrids, cookies sometimes.
Shout out to Burner.
Gelato.
Have you tried the like moon rock shit?
Too heavy.
That shit'll have your face blown off.
Too heavy. Yeah. You can't have nothing to do on your agenda with.
Yeah, that's not gotta be. What about edibles? Because the edibles the same thing.
Edibles will rock your socks too. You gotta make sure you gear up for the hit, because everybody gets the same. Everybody says this is nothing, and eat a whole bunch of them, and then they be slumped.
Nah. Have you had a bad edible experience, or a bad experience on like a psychedelic or anything like that? Because I've had like one of the worst nights of my life. Might involve some mushrooms and an edible. But
nah.
What about you? Have you had a bad edible experience?
Nah, but I enjoyed watching the guys off mushrooms in the studio. It's hilarious.
Watching the bullshit unfold.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
We gotta get you on some shrooms, Jada. They're legal in the Bay.
I'll be down to try some shrooms.
Are you what do you listen? Hey, because you going to Atlanta? Obviously you out here in LA.
Miami.
You moving around, and this coronavirus is fucking popping right now.
Yeah, you know.
What are your thoughts on it? A lot of people say it might be overhyped by the media.
I mean, you should always wash your hands and clean surfaces and all of that anyway before all of this. But you know, be mindful. Don't be.
We gonna see you in the airport with a mask.
I was looking for one.
You can't find it
on eBay. You got to go on eBay.
They taxing on eBay too.
Masks is out.
But we're not canceling no Kiss shows.
It's the new loud packs. Those masks and the hand sanitizer.
That's the new hustle.
We're not canceling no Kiss shows though right now.
Depending on the demographics.
I feel you on that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Depending on the demographics.
You know what the fuck going on?
Yeah, depending on the
Safe to say you ain't gonna be going to China, is what you're saying.
Depending on the demographics.
The geography might determine.
Depending on the geography. Might have to postpone.
Hey, something else I want to ask you about. You being no stranger to getting in contracts early and stuff like that. Something just happened with Meg Thee Stallion. She went public with, her situation. What is the proper way you feel like to deal with that? Like if you're unhappy in your label situation, unhappy in a contract, what's the proper way to go about dealing with that? Is it publicly?
The proper way would be to sit down with the people you in, and try to come to some sort of agreement. But doing that, you got to know that they don't have to.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Once the ink is dry and it's legally done, they don't have to renegotiate or switch anything. So your approach to whoever you trying to rectify that with should be well thought out. Because once you go balls to the wall and put it all the way out there, it makes the renegotiation even harder.
Yeah.
Because then they're like, fuck you.
Yeah. Now they like, that's what usually happens.
Is that what happened when you guys did the Free the Locks campaign? Or was that already way past?
We was younger.
Right, for sure.
Right now. And that's why I can't, I don't fault nobody or judge nobody how they handle it, but we was younger and we was young and reckless. But at that same time, when we put our hands in and said, this is what we gonna do, we knew it could have not worked, or it could, it could have been over.
Yeah.
And we knew that, but we was just gonna, that's what collectively all three of us said, fuck it, this is what we gotta do. You know what I mean? And fortunately, it was able to work over.
And I feel like that also.
If we was this today, we wouldn't have handled it like that.
Gotcha.
We wouldn't have went on the reg. We wouldn't have went social media or went on the air. We would have tried to go see him and sit down with his lawyer and our lawyer or somebody that we know who's cool. Or we know a bunch of mutual people from over 20, 30 years.
Of course.
It's got to be somebody that could get you in a room.
Yeah.
But also at the same token, everybody's situation is different. Like me and Kev's business might not be the same, handled the same way me and you are handling things. So everybody don't, is on the individual and how you handle it. But I just say for the young artists and any artist and anybody getting in any type of business, just learn it or, learn what you signing before you sign it.
Facts.
Or be more cautious and down the road. Think for down the road before you sign something also. Think of how it's going to affect you. Not right there when you about to sign and wait for them, whatever money they gave you to clear. Think about 2-3 years after that or,
Was there ever a point in time when you guys were going through it with Diddy? Obviously, the situation got rectified, everything's kosher, but was there ever a point in time where, like, because we know D-Block, we know Diddy's notorious for being petty, like, where it got serious on some street shit?
I mean, it got high, it got to alert verbally. It could have went all wrong, but like I said, we had Darren Dean, he was cool with Puff, so it would have never went further than words, you know what I mean? Because we had our big homie was his homie, so.
Do you ever go back and listen to the first Lox album ever?
Yeah, sometimes.
I always remember, like, If You Think I'm Jiggy was my shit when I was a kid. And then I remember it, like, you guys, like, weren't fucking with that record. I think I read it in an interview or some shit. Like, it was, like, one of those records that, like, Puff kind of pushed y'all to do. I was like, man, that was my shit.
Yeah, we hated it.
How much of that album did you guys actually fuck with?
We hated it.
He forced us to do. He didn't really force us to do too much. We was able to do what we wanted to do. It was new to us. Like, we was just used to being reckless and doing freestyles with Clue, and you know what I mean. That was the first time really making an album.
And that was y'all. Was that y'all? Were you guys Warlocks prior to saying I'm a bad boy? And did he make y'all switch up the name?
He came in and cut that off one day. We didn't even have no talk about it. He just told us, "Yo, y'all the Lox now."
Damn. Hey, I remember. I heard you say.
But he told us it was more marketable. Like,
hey,
facts.
I mean, Diddy says that,
Yeah, Warlocks wasn't marketable, so and at that time he couldn't go wrong, so we
couldn't miss.
We were just following suit.
Yeah, all right.
Marketing wise, I saw you say that as soon as Mace got in, he was like, "I'm gonna do the whole shit.
Mace said, I'm going all the way. Big bread. I'm making big records. I'm making joints for the ladies.
We leaving Murder Mace in Harlem, and we gonna do this."
He told him I was Murder. P. Diddy made me pretty.
Was that ever appetizing to you, seeing what was going on? Like, did you ever?
It was dope. Yeah.
Did you ever be like, you know what? Fuck it, I want to do that.
Mace bought me my first Rolex. You know what I'm saying? Mace is my man. It's my dog.
But did you ever say, like, Kiss, like, I want to?
Nah, I mean, we wanted to do it without
compromising.
Yeah, we wanted to figure it out how we could still please both.
Put your spin on it.
Yeah. He was going to the moon. I said, I'm going big, you know what I mean? And it worked.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It worked.
It's so crazy because both of those, like, eras in New York hip hop, I feel like what DMX and Rough Riders did kind of stopped the energy that was going on at Bad Boy with the Jiggy shit, and you were a part of both.
Yeah, that's crazy because that's like kind of
DMX put an end to all that shit.
Yeah, X came with army suits and Timberland.
And you guys, We Are the Street, like, you guys came with that same shit.
That was more of our forte.
It was naturally.
Yeah, that was normally what we did. So that came opposed to making the first album to We Are the Streets. That was, you know what I'm saying? That was easier to do.
Something just happened at the Laker game. I seen the guy try to put his arm around Hov fuck up off me.
That's the new.
You know what I'm saying?
SP been doing that.
Been doing that.
If you got Styles been on that for like 15 years ago.
Put your fucking arm around me, fam.
How do you?
That's just from the Napoleon-ness. Styles don't. Yeah, you
don't little man.
He's a short guy.
He don't like that stuff. So that was funny when I seen it.
How do you deal with people trying to invade your personal space? Like, we know how the baby deals with his shit. Swim move. Wax on, wax off.
Yeah, that's all. Or just stay away. It come with this business. The people make you.
Yeah.
So once you know, not all the time you don't want to be touched and hugged and doing that, but sometimes. And they gotta know how to come up to you.
Yeah.
Dude just put his arm around Hov after he just finished talking to Danny Green. Like, what are you doing? You might have too many beers. Yeah, he had too many beers. But you gotta know that kind of stuff is gonna happen in that basketball game too. Yeah.
Too many
That's
beers.
all. He got a little extra Budweiser up. Hey, there go Jay.
Yeah.
What the fuck you doing? I'm saying.
Oh, that's crazy. Hey, obviously, rest in peace to Pop Smoke. We talked about him with you last time you were here.
Mm-hmm.
Great young man, man. We were actually the first people to ever interview him.
Yeah.
Dope.
And he just had great energy, man. And a lot of people don't realize how young he was until he passed. Like, he's a kid.
Facts.
Yeah, that hurt me. That hurt me finding out he was 20 years old. That was, I got a son older than that, so that was crazy. That was very tragic. That was very shocking.
I know when Hunting Season first came out, Push had I'm glad that the Pusha verse ended up on the album. But what happened with that? Because I know it was right after Pop's death that the record was supposed to drop, right?
Yeah, right when that whole thing came out, it was on schedule for the song and video to come out. So we didn't want to. It wasn't tasteful. Of course, it was an honorable thing to do, and Pop was signed to Steven Victor, which is Pusha's partner, manager
100%.
as well. So, he was just doing, and I was pulling it as well. We didn't even speak to each other. I just showed you.
You guys were both on the same wavelength.
Yeah, that's all it was never coming off the album or none of that. We just didn't want it to land the same time that was in the,
No, that was very tasteful. Yeah, for sure.
It's an honorable thing to do.
This week is it's the anniversary of Big's passing.
Yeah, real
today.
Real bittersweet for me because
today
we was there for that.
Yeah,
and that was our first time out here, and that was like a sad anniversary for me to be out here.
To be out here, during.
Yeah, it's the second time I was ever out here on March 9th.
First time is when Big died.
First time when he actually got killed. Yeah,
damn.
So that was crazy.
Where were you at that? I mean, you obviously were out here with him, but
he was at the party. Everybody was going to a party Heavy D was having. Clue was DJing in some mansion in the hills. That's where everybody was leaving that other spot to go there.
On the way there.
Yeah. And then, being the young locks back then and the party seemed so crazy, we wanted to get there early before it get crazy. So that's what we did. And then after about 10, 15 minutes in there, you just start seeing everybody like. Then when it gets around, they said they just shot Big. Then the whole party just left.
Wow.
And you riding around waiting, hearing what's going on. Then we got the call to go to the hospital. See the SUV with the yellow tape. Shit was crazy.
Wow.
It was still beepers back then. My beeper was going crazy.
Like, because I can only imagine. Now it's like right away. Like back then, it was like, like shit. How we like where? I'm sure cell phones weren't really prevalent back then. Maybe car phones, beepers.
Beepers. It was still beepers. My beeper was going crazy.
That shit is crazy, man. Well, R.I.P. to Big. It's funny because when the Pusha T thing happened, it made me think. Maybe like 6 months prior, Ross had took Pusha's verse off of the new Maybach Music record. Has there ever been a point in time where you were supposed to be
What was that? What happened with that?
Wayne was on the song too,
so
Push and Wayne got that.
They didn't fix that yet?
Nah. Well, Ross tried to fix it by putting them both on the song.
But he didn't tell him though. He just tried to. He just tried to do it.
No. I think he tried to. He tried to make some dialogue happen, but it ended up like it just didn't end up like Push's verse got left off, but it leaked. So Push killed it. But I'm wondering, has there ever been a point in time, Kiss, where you were supposed to be on a record, or you feel like maybe you bodied somebody on their own shit and they came out without you on it?
Nah, they never did that to me. Maybe a few people should have did that. I mean, now that I think about it, a few guys should have did that.
Yeah, you made some people look foolish on some records.
But yeah, no, they ain't never do that.
What is
It used to be, times change though too, and people do different. When I send somebody a record, I send them with the verse. I don't just send a hook and the instrumental.
You want them to hear your shit too.
You want them to be on I want the song to coincide. Like if I'm looking for that kind of song where, is like a blood sport type of song, I'll just send you the beat and then, every man for themselves. I'm trying to stick to that.
Blood sport.
Some songs, that's what you're looking for.
Was that the vibe on hunting season?
Nah, not even. But it's just hunting season it brings some hunting out of you. And it should. Like, that's the nature of the song's hunting season. You gonna talk.
He said blood sport.
And hilarious. We did that song a while ago. So that's one of the first songs maybe the second song I recorded for this album. So I had it for a while. So you got to put yourself there too.
I mean, you and Push together, like that's.
I never knew that much people wanted to hear. I'm on this promo tour, a lot of personalities want an album or something.
We talked about that the last time you were here.
You was one of them, and then after you said it, wow, people start like, yo, I always wanted that, this, that. I'm like, word? Why? I never saw it on Twitter. Nobody never told me.
I want to hear you on some shit with Freddie Gibbs too.
Yeah.
You and Gangsta Gibbs.
Yep. I got to get with Gibbs. We've been talking. We got to connect. That's my guy.
Yeah, I think that would be legendary. What are your thoughts, man? I just, Friday night and Saturday, Griselda sold out the Novo, and I got to see them on Friday. I feel like their energy is very reminiscent of the D Block energy.
Yeah, they got that. They got the lane of they stayed out of the box and stayed the course.
They doubled down on their shit.
You know what I mean? They doubled down on their own sound without going for any of what's going on, and it's working, and it's always gonna work. I told you the thing with that. We need more Griseldas. They let one Griselda in every 20 years.
Exactly.
58,000 bullshits in. So
there's a million little Zans and one Griselda.
Got to balance the scale out a little bit and get some balance, and we should be good. But I love them dudes. I love them.
Yeah. Is there? What about collaborating with them?
Well, I got wild songs with. I got at least 5 or 6 songs with them already. But me and Benny talking about doing some work. Me and the Machine gotta do some more records. And Westside. You should hear some of me and them a lot this 2020.
On you and maybe on the album with you and Push.
Have you guys talked about that? I mean, we
No.
We
ain't talking about. I ain't seen him yet. I've been working. I've been rampantly running and going crazy.
Either that or Freddie versus Jason 2.
No, that's gonna come. You just don't know when it's gonna come. But that's gonna come.
Hey, speaking of Push, he took an executive role. Do you ever see that for yourself? Like being the president
I think I'm gearing up to
label.
do some. Yeah, I got So Raspy. Well, I think some of these labels, they need that. They need dudes like me and Push and Styles and Luch and Cam and some of these seasoned veterans that's still around to help out with some of the young guys. It can help everybody.
I'm talking about like full on running.
Yeah, I could. No, I would never run.
No, yeah.
I would never want to run.
President of Def Jam.
See, they don't be there long. I go there though and milk the cow for a minute. You know what I mean?
All right.
Can't wait to milk it for a while.
Milk the cow.
That's all it seemed like they do there anyway.
Yeah.
I mean,
that does seem like exactly what they do.
Yeah, nobody is either.
It's like, yo, collect the check, kick it, sign the homies.
For facts. Give everybody a deal.
Everybody at the hibachi grill tonight. You know what I'm saying?
It got to be a nerve wrack. That job got to be like hard as fuck, or got to be like super mind fucking.
I don't see you.
Nobody stays there long. Like,
I don't see you responding well to somebody coming in your office talking about some bullshit.
Me, I'm giving them everything. I think one of the best people in that position ever, man. L.A. Reid, man.
Yeah.
You know why? Because he didn't give a fuck about the bread. It's not his fucking bank account.
Yeah, he was blowing it out, huh?
What you want? Here you go.
The fucking money out. Know what I mean? Make it work. Don't just give it out.
Hey, look, man.
For the most part, he wasn't giving it out.
All right, well, I like your mindset. You get president of Def Jam. You know
Come
what I'm
see
saying?
me, man.
We
They
can have
need
a
a president
conversation.
right now.
We have a conversation.
They need a
Rosenberg is out of
president.
there.
Yeah, my man
Hey,
Paul
look at the
left,
homies in the
man.
corner. Like, oh, shit.
Shout out to Paul Rosenberg. That's my guy. Yeah, he got out of there. I never seen him really needing that. He didn't need it. So
Right.
that job was just like something to do for him.
Yeah.
I felt like it's hard to manage one of the biggest rappers in the world and be the president of
Facts.
one of the biggest rappers.
That's why I'm trying. That's why I didn't see Rosenberg being there long.
And it'd be different if it was like during one of Eminem's dry spells. But my man's dropped 3 albums in 2 years. So it's
That's what I'm saying.
You know
He's
what I'm
back
saying?
doing wild work. He's everywhere. There's no way he was able to.
You're
manage
obviously
that.
one of M's favorites. I felt like he had a really dope project he dropped this year. Did you get to tap in with his music to be murdered by?
I always get every project M drops. M is my.
He's had a rough couple, before this one. I was a little
Before
discouraged.
Kamikaze.
I was a little discouraged. No, even Kamikaze was not a lot of re-listen though.
Yeah.
Some bars, but
It was
this,
better.
This
It was
shit,
better.
I fuck with this album.
He went back to M. He went back to the M. He went back to that M that we love him for. I mean, I think he never left, but it's just at some point in your career, the people got to change on you a little. That's just how it goes.
Do you feel like you've ever gone through that? Because I noticed the reception for like Eminem, for instance. And I mean, when Hov dropped 444, the reception was different. It's like it's mature.
Because when it's grown, when you get out of, when you just don't talk super reckless and ratchet, some people are gonna be disappointed. But that you gotta evolve. You gotta, even if you're still talking about coke and dope and all that, you gotta figure out a different kind of way to say it. So, you know what I mean? You heard Nas say it, you heard Hov say it. My whole album.
Right. My
You
homie
like it?
called
Buy
it
the
adult.
old shit.
Yeah,
My
like
homie called it
that.
adult contemporary rap.
You know what I mean? It's a fact.
It's for grown ass men.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
they got their lane. You got to make something for your contemporaries.
Yeah.
You
And I love them both, but you got to be able to do it all. Is the key.
100%. You've been with Def Jam for so long as a solo artist. What is it about Def Jam that that's
I don't
working for you?
know. Nah, Def Jam is cool. They
Because you're
It's
somebody
about
who
finding-
you could easily go independent and
I don't like independent.
okay.
It's harder. Dudes think it's easy. It's not. Especially
Facts.
for New York artists, it's not that easy to go independent. You got to pay more. You got to use more of your own money. You got to work double time. You got to everything you got to do on them. I mean, well, really, everything is independent down there now. Major, they get everybody follows the. You got to create your own fire, and
First,
then they just
and then they pour
then
the
they
gas.
get behind it. Where before they used to develop the fire
Mm-hmm.
and put the gas on it. Now they just looking for the fire. They just hit it with the lighter fluid like the grill when after the charcoal is hot already. But I became lazy because they babied me in
Seasoned.
from I was always on a major in the scope.
Interscope to Def Jam.
Yeah, so can't beat that.
All right, so you do become the CEO of a major. Who's the first person you sign?
I don't know. I mean,
Everybody's a free agent in the game.
what you mean everybody?
Everybody. Nobody has a deal. Who's the first person you sign?
Besides Drake, that's easy. That's low hanging fruit.
I'm taking Griselda in.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
I fuck with that.
And then, of course, I'm gonna go to YO and get some dudes that's deserving.
Millie's.
And yeah, definitely Millie's and Nino, man, and all. Definitely my whole camp. Though, everybody already.
Ain't no budget
affiliated
left
with me.
after that though.
We gonna make it work. That's the thing. See, you got to make it work. You got to figure out a way to give the money out, but get the job done.
Get it done. Yeah.
Those is always the labels that pop. I mean, that's how the old Def Jam, when Julie and Lyles and them was there.
That
That's
old
how it
Def
was-
Jam manager was
yeah,
crazy.
That's how it ran. Old Bad Boy was ran, Rough Riders, Old Rock. All of them labels was ran with different energy. But it was, of course, it was more money back then.
Yeah.
When's the last time you got impressed by a newer rapper, like with a line or some bars or something that's not signed to you?
No, these dudes is fire out there, dog. Dudes be spitting.
No. Shit is that. I agree. I'm just saying, who's somebody who impresses you? Like you know what I'm saying? I feel like there's a lot of dope.
Cole, Drake, Don Q. I love
Don Q's fire.
Fab, Push.
Okay. And then last question.
Ross, Jeezy, T.I.
It's NBA season. I know you're a big bettor. We talked about basketball last time you were here. A lot of stuff has shaken. The NBA trade deadline is passed. LeBron just beat the Bucks and the Clippers. Who you putting your bread on to win? If you're betting futures right now,
I think Bron got it, man. Bron. The people feel and realize Bron got another gear. Whatever gear you ever see him at, he still got one in the chamber that he saved. So when playoffs, in the thick, in the midst of the playoffs, he got another gear that engages that nobody else got.
And he's year 17. It's crazy.
His body is in immaculate shape to be in year 17.
What do you think it would take? Because, the Spike Lee thing just happened with Dolan.
Yeah, that was messed up, man.
That shit is crazy. I saw something that he spent $10 million on season tickets.
Yeah.
He should be able to go through the chimney.
He should be able to coach.
Yeah, he should be able to walk across the floor.
How y'all doing right now? Hey, y'all, you could coach, bro.
Obviously, being out of New York, the Knicks have been extremely dismal for a long time.
Look at his face.
I mean, I don't know. Are you did you grow up a Knicks fan?
Yeah.
Because I know you're a basketball fan.
I grew up liking sports.
Kid's a politician, dog.
I grew up wishing New York
you
sports
a politician.
would be as big as some of the other places. Never.
Hey,
Giants
got
and
two
Yankees
rings?
held it for years. You know what I mean? The Yankees is.
He said I grew up liking sports.
The Knicks. You know what I mean?
Is that do you think that there's ever a chance? Because, out here, everyone's talking about, the Clippers will never be LA's team, no matter how many rings they get.
Clippers is coming. Man.
Oh, they are. They're
stronger than they've been ever in years, right?
100%. But you think they would ever be possible for the Nets to take over New York? Because I feel like once you boot Spike Lee out,
because it ain't like he gonna go over there. He just not gonna go.
At a protest.
He gonna go home and watch the game. He just saying, I don't think he gonna turn from. If that'll shift the whole city, it'd be upside down.
If he's in Brooklyn on the sideline,
what?
Spike Lee
could do it.
He from Brooklyn.
He is.
Yeah, but he been a Knicks fan for 30 years, so they gonna have to fix that.
So you think it's just Knicks? This is the Knicks town, no matter what.
Yeah. Even though next year the Nets is gonna be incredibly,
they're gonna be a top. They'll be like a 3 seed.
They're gonna be up there. It still would be. It's still not like if they was on the Knicks. The Garden is just a different energy.
That's fair. Well, the album is out right now. Kiss, we appreciate your time as always, man.
Thank you guys for the platform, man.
Beautiful body of work.
Tight as hell. Appreciate it.
It's your millionth interview of the last 2 weeks. So we appreciate you.
Def Jam's doing good on that. They got me. They doing, I want to thank Charlene, Renata. I want to thank my Rock Nation team, my digital guys, Adrian, all of them. Everybody part of the project, Ike, EP, the radio team. Everybody, they've been doing damn good. I want to let them know I appreciate it.
Okay.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Kiss. Hey, let's introduce a record for LA. I don't know which record what do you pushing
gonna
off
get
the
into
album?
Angels getting pedicure. We working.
All right.
We letting them pick. It's probably we've been getting a lot of good response on the Ty Dolla Sign. We've been getting a few, so we gonna have to do the analytics. But I would say it might be the Ty Dolla Sign might be the next single, but I'm definitely gonna shoot Angels getting pedicured. I'm definitely gonna shoot Government Cheese.
Government Cheese crazy.
We already shot hunting season. We working. We gonna work this joint. I'm gonna shoot the John Legend joint around Grammy time. We try and work. know what I mean?
Well, let's get into the record, man. Let's get into Angels Getting Petty.
Yeah, let's get into it. Right off that Ignatius right now.
Featuring 2 Chainz.
Featuring my man 2 Chainz. This is Angels Getting Pedicured.
It's Real 92.3. Let's go.
Real!